Multi-cookers like Instant Pot and immersion circulators like Anova are probably the hottest kitchen appliances on the market today. Both sell for about $100 and promise to revolutionize your cooking from meat to dessert. So, the question is, which one should you ask for this holiday season? Both Instant Pot and Anova have many competitors. In this video, I'm not trying to answer the question of which brand of immersion circulator is the best or which brand of multi-cooker is the best. I'm trying to answer the question of which one of these two appliances would be most useful to you. In case you're only vaguely familiar with how these tools work, let's do a walkthrough of two dishes. One best suited to sous-vide cooking, a steak, and another best suited to Instant Pot, pulled pork. A steak would take about 1 hour using the sous-vide method. But if you want, you can keep it in that water bath for an extra hour. So yes, there is some flexibility with cooking times, but this flexibility is not infinite. 4 hours would definitely be too much. Now let's talk about pulled pork and Instant Pot. So it would take about 2 hours of cooking. 1 hour of cooking at high pressure and another hour of coming up to pressure and then dropping the pressure. But once it's done, it can be held almost indefinitely for many hours. If you want, you could even program your Instant Pot to keep it warm for you so that you can sit down and eat the moment you walk through the door. So, is Instant Pot really instant? No. Do both tools require planning? Yes. Both of these tools have their applications and their pros and cons. Which tool would be most useful to you depends on what kind of a cook you are. Does your life revolve around feeding constantly hungry teenagers and driving them to never-ending extracurricular activities? Or does it revolve around getting reservations in the hottest restaurant in town and then reverse engineering those meals at home? For convenience, we're gonna call the first type of cook the soccer mom or dad, and the second type of cook the foodie. Now, I don't mean any disrespect to either group. First of all, I don't believe that anybody is 100% one way or the other, but we all know in our heart of hearts which way we tend to be. Do you cook to feed people or do you cook to please yourself? They're not mutually exclusive, but only one of them will be the driving force behind your major cooking decisions. Instant Pot is soccer mom's best friend. You could assemble dinner and take your kids to all the activities. The moment you walk through the door with a bunch of hungry little monsters, your dinner is ready. It is also great for cooking on a budget because tough cuts of meat, beans and grains all work really well in the Instant Pot. Just don't expect restaurant quality. Think more like Whole Foods takeout, but hopefully better seasoned if you know how to use salt and acidity. If you wonder why can't Instant Pot produce beans and braises that are as good as you can make using the normal methods, then check out my Instant Pot review right here. Anova or any immersion circulator is the foodie's best friend. Its forte is cooking tender, expensive cuts of meat perfectly. Expect restaurant results with almost no work. And don't be fooled by all the blogs that tell you that sous-vide is a great way to tenderize tough, cheap cuts of meat. Sure, you can get them tender eventually, but by that point they'll be also mushy and dry. Sous-vide is really the best method for people who like to splurge on their proteins and don't want to ruin them. So now that I told you about stereotypes, let me break them a little. Here is a situation where the soccer mom might actually want the Anova or some other sous-vide machine. Chicken breasts. American families love them, and they're almost universally tough and dry. Using the sous-vide method, you can produce amazing chicken breasts and do it in a very convenient way. If you watch my sous-vide chicken breast video, I cook my chicken breasts up to 5 days ahead and refrigerate them. Then I sear them straight from the fridge, which gets me dinner in about 10 minutes. And here's an example of where a foodie might want the Instant Pot. Stock. You know, all those lovely pan sauces? They rely on really good homemade gelatinous stock, which could be a pain to make unless you work from home. And Instant Pot takes that pain out of stock making because you don't have to be home. So, what do you think I use more, Instant Pot or Anova? Actually, it's Instant Pot. Surprise! You probably thought I sous-vide everything, right? Nah. The only two things that I really love cooking using the sous-vide method are duck breasts and halibut. Everything else I can cook just as well using traditional cooking methods. But I spent many years developing my cooking skills full-time. So, if your cooking skills are still in development, you will probably find the sous-vide equipment to be a real lifesaver. Do you have an Instant Pot or some sous-vide equipment? Which one do you use more often and why? Let's discuss in the comments below. Here are some more cooking equipment videos for you to check out, and if you're ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.